Hey everyone, Vova here. Guys, thank you a lot for coming to watch today's video. And today we're not going to be speaking numbers or profits or Amazon reviews. Today I want to share a personal story of how I almost quit Amazon with you guys. And the reason behind this is that I want to encourage you and somewhere to motivate you to not stop walking even when the times seem quite dark and it seems that there's no solution present. Besides that, I want to announce something pretty cool in the end of the video, something that you might benefit from in the near future. So please stay with me and let's go. So I have to take you back to 2017 and actually the November the 1st, 2017. And if you've seen my other video about lighting deals, I'm gonna link it up somewhere here. I was speaking of a successful lighting deal there on the 1st of November. All right, so we sold many products and it was really amazing. And the same day I called the factory and we have ordered a bunch of products, a few thousands of this product because Christmas was coming along. And we had to stock on products because the lighting deals are going quite well. And we had a few planned and scheduled to that, holidays time. So I immediately called the factory after the successful lighting deal. And I told them guys, let's start production today. And because it was the 1st of November and it takes about 30 days, guys, to produce this product and imagine shipping. And I believe that in 2017, the deadline was about the 4th of December. Correct me if I'm wrong. The deadline of sending products to Amazon. That means that if you get it after this date, you might not get there on time. You might not get the products in stock on time. All right, so we ordered this bunch and, we paid the initial 30% and everything seems nice. The month goes by. I think we had another lighting deal and another one and they were pretty successful. And then, the end of the month comes and I was always on the phone with the factory, could you make it faster, please, guys, and stuff like that. And the plan was to produce this huge amount of products, and since we couldn't ship it by sea, obviously, to make it on time, we had to use express air shipping, which is quite costly. But the plan was, still having this express shipping and the products together with everything, and still to profit quite well from the lighting deals and just the sales and everything. Now, the time came to pay the 70% and basically to ship the products, right? And it was days, guys, the dates were so tight because of this deadline and because we had to have products live for the lighting deals, and it was pretty tense, but I kind of, I was sure that everything's going to be fine, right? All right, so I don't remember the exact date, but the time came to pay the 70%. So, and that was pretty cool. I had the money in my personal bank account. Remember the personal bank account? And we had to pay about $9,000 to the supplier for the shipping and for the 70%. And yeah. So, and I try initiating the transfer and it says the transfer failed. I was all right, gotta be some, minor issue. Maybe I mistyped the credit card number or whatever. I think I was paying through PayPal, all right? Yeah, I know the fees are high, but there were reasons behind that, all right? So I'm trying again with the second card I had. So the plan was to pay from both cards, each about 4.5K bucks, and I had the money, there was no problem with that. And the other card did not respond as well. There was, it didn't go through. So I was all right, no problem. I'm going to call the support. So I called the bank, the support of the bank or something. And they tell me well, we have lowered down sort of the top of your credit because, the amount you can send because you seem to have some suspicious activity on your account or something like that. I was what do you mean? I've been a loyal customer for many years with you guys and, I kind of never made problems. And he says no, I cannot raise this. And I cannot raise this bar right now. You should go to the bank or something. And I was still working in my 9 to 5, guys. And I was sitting in the pool, I was a lifeguard, as I've mentioned. I'm going to link another video here where I tell you a bit about myself. Maybe that is going to give you some more light on who I am. But so the next day I called my manager and I told her like, I need to get a day off, like urgent, because I had to pay guys like now, like I think it was the same day for, for getting the shipment, because the next the next flight, like didn't go on time or something. It was really tight to that day, and I was pretty tense, I knew that I gotta do something with that, right? So the next day I'll go to the bank, and I enter the bank, everything is all right, I'm cool. And I sit there with the girl and I tell her like, well, listen, like I see that you sort of lowered down the credit amounts on my credit cards, or I don't know how you call it, like the maximum amount you can pay. And could you please get it back because this and that? And she's like, why are you doing like business activity on your personal account? Now, this is my problem. Like I should not have done that, but like guys, reasons. Business is total chaos in your first year. I'm not sure where you are right now, but first year for me was total chaos. Second year was a bit better, but first year was chaos. So, and she tells me like, I can't really raise this for you. You're not even doing, this stuff is, what are you doing? Don't do that ever again. Like she was pretty mad at me. I was like, look, I mean, I'm just trying to do some stuff. I'm sorry for this inconvenience, but well, I gotta do something about it, and I've been a loyal client with you guys for a while, never had any problems. And she's like, but I cannot accept this because it's just technically wouldn't work. We can't allow that. And after a while like of speaking, she just told me no, 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 no. And I walked out of the bank, and I remember sitting on a bench near the bank, and I felt like, what should I do now? Like, how do I do that? Like, you might be thinking like there are bazillions of ways to transfer money, but it wasn't that easy, guys. Trust me. The only option I actually had was to transfer it through my credit cards, because the money was there, and transferring to other accounts of friends or family takes a while, and I had to pay the same day, guys. And I was kind of lost, this was the moment I was speaking about. I'm sitting there like this, and I didn't know what to do. Like I was lost. I was thinking to myself, like, how did I get to this place? Like, why did I start this? Couldn't I just stay like on my job, like having this security or whatever? Just why did I get into selling products in the States? What the hell am I doing? Like, what am I doing with my life? I'm sitting there and I'm trying to come up with a solution, and nothing comes up. I think I called my partner as well. I told him like, dude, I can't do like nothing. Just, and I don't know. I guess he encouraged me and stuff like that. But I did realize inside that I gotta do something, right? I couldn't just let it go. And so I told myself, all right, let's just try speaking to the manager and selling it up with her. There was a really nice lady that I never spoke to, but I decided to give it a try. And I entered the bank, and she was speaking with some random guy, and I was just waiting there I kind of looked at her. She's always smiling. She looked pretty nice person. And this guy went away, and I was like, hey, can I please, can I have you for a few minutes? She's like, of course, get in. And I sit there and I told her, like, she didn't know about the situation, by the way. And I explained it to her. Now, that I have made some, I was honest. Like, I didn't, make up things. I told her, yes, I did some business activity in my personal account. I apologize for this, but I have a vision. Like this is more than just selling products. I wanna get out of the rat race. I wanna change things in the world. Like, I mean, it was something bigger, than just doing that specific transaction. There was something bigger behind this. And I explained it to her. She was like nodding, and I spoke a lot, but she kept nodding, and she told me like, no, I can't like do that for you. Like, it's not possible because you're doing business. I told her, I know, I understand. I'm freaking sorry. I will not do that again. I promise. And I'm gonna bring your bank tons of money so you can benefit. But please let me do that just for one day. Open this up back to the $9,000 I'm gonna pay and forever close it, but just give this opportunity to me, please. And magically, guys, she agreed. And that was this crazy moment. I was like, whew. She was like, look, don't you ever do that again. I'm not sure how I will cover that or whatever, but please do not do that again, and just use your business account. Now I use Pioneer, guys, for transactions, stuff like that, but for some reasons there was not enough money there, all the money going around, first year in business, crazy. But and eventually she gave me a yes, and I remember like shaking her hand really warmly, and I was like, look, thank you, like, and I get out of the bank and I was like, whew, like, wow, it, instantly from being really doomed kind of thing, I was bright and shining, and I was like, oh, I did it. And actually I initiated the transfer, the money, the planes got on time, the cargo got on time, and we sold these products. And there's a good ending to the story, I guess. But more important than the good ending is the lesson, I believe, guys. And what I've learned, like, this picture going on the internet with the guy digging, and he's stopping like a few centimeters from the gold, and the other guy just gets there, and even I think he's even digging slower. But eventually I could have walked home. I could have, like, I don't know, I could have given up, right? But I didn't, because deep inside I believe that I'm doing something right, and I just kept doing that, right? And yeah, so that's the moral of the story, guys. I mean, I don't know where you at right now with your journeys. Maybe you're about to launch your product, maybe you're selling 20 products, and you're somehow watching this video and you're in a dark time of your life, or not just Amazon, just about anything that's out there. Actually, to be honest, I had a pretty bad morning today, to be honest. But I don't know, I kind of programmed myself, and magically I also had my first affiliate sale today, guys. Like, and things got better, and some other good things that happened today. But just keep going, guys. Keep going. Thank you for watching this, guys. I do appreciate your time, and I do hope you find this video valuable, and that it really brightens up your day and lightens up your day, because well, that was the goal behind this video. And if I did succeed just by a bit, then I'm super happy, and hopefully I did. Guys, besides that, as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, the thing I wanted to reveal is a really nice Amazon pictures guide that I'm working on, and it's going to be released in my next few videos, I believe. It's going to be completely free and for life. And the idea behind this guide is to show you how you can increase your conversion, CTR, and ultimately sales by having smart and salesy Amazon photography, right? And you're gonna have it in the guide for free for life. Just follow the videos to see when it gets released. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Please like the button, smash the like button, whatever. Comment, let me know what you think about this format of videos, what you want to see in the future. I'd be glad to read that. And subscribe, hit that bell, and awesome, guys. Thank you for watching. See you in my next one.